I think that in that situation though, it may be a instance of her not knowing how to communicate that. I think
Mm-hmm.
one of the biggest issues with men and women in relationships is that, especially in those circumstances, right? I've had women tell me numerous times on social media uh, that the whole "well, you can't make me happy," type of deal is not for you to make me happy, but is, well, I'm with you. If I'm with you, then that's what I want to do. I want to make you happy. So if there's something that's wrong, like that, like the one reel that you had, I think that I sent or somebody sent. If something is wrong and you acknowledge and I acknowledge it, I bring it up and I try to fix it. And it's like you blow up on me, like you're always trying to fix something. And it's like, well, shit, what am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? If I give you the space and it's like, I feel distant, and it's like, well, shit, I don't know what to do because I'm going off of what I'm assuming that your emotions are, and you're not clearly communicating it to me. So regardless of what my emotional intelligence is, that all varies from time to time, especially with women. That
Mm-hmm.
varies from time to time as far as with what it is that they want. With men, if we want our space, we'll show that. And we just want our space. If we want to be up under our woman, then we'll show that. But it'll be different sometimes with women. So I think that in that case is one of those situations again where she may feel where she may not be communicating exactly what it is that she wants. So now it's a position for him of where it's like, well, shit, I don't know what the fuck to do now.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, HD.
So to go back to the question, because I was thinking hard at the beginning of what to say. And so I came to a couple of things. One, uh, I would tell, especially daughters, because I do believe that men should mentor women and men. I think we should do both.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't think that they should do both alone. Basically, like there should be some other person with you in that process as you're trying to work with young daughters. I do believe that. Um, One thing I would tell some of the young girls that I know is that if you're only making the decisions by yourself, you're the only one to blame. So you must be willing to work with people, and that's why I think it's so important that if you have adults around that actually have some sense, right? You should understand that kids need to learn to explore and they need to be somewhat of a blank canvas for certain periods, like fluid, because the thing is what they need from 10 to 12, 12 to 18 is going to be different in those seasons as their bodies continue to change, right? And I always be a big component is like work with the people that's willing to work with you. And just because you have somebody giving you good advice, that doesn't guarantee a good outcome, because even some of the best advice that work for somebody else may not work for you. So be willing to, as you said, that I think this is something that I picked up on as well. You need to be able to sit with yourself and pay attention to your feelings, right? But because you feel this way, this does not necessarily make it to be a fact or to be true, but it is something to pay attention to. Like, say, for instance, you feel like an itch on your knee, right? You may feel that, and there may be nothing wrong. But if you're feeling something that's happening in your body or in your mind and in your thought process, you should have the ability in the space to take time to actually sit, listen, and pay attention to those things and ask yourself questions and talk to other people about it. Now, of course, they're going to more than likely want to talk to their friends because you tend to gravitate to the people that you like. And most people like their friends, so they'll talk to their friends. But I would always try to push, because I want to focus on daughters because we spend a lot of time on boys. But specifically with daughters, because I've had the opportunity to kind of like be around and kind of mentor and see kind of like daughters kind of gravitate to me at certain points and realize that it's a tough balance to realize that oftentimes we overcorrect their natural desires and we prescribe things as being bad instead of saying not now. Sex, for instance, and relationships. Like oftentimes we approach with daughters, not nope, 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 nope. Everything's nope. Your thoughts, nope, none of this. So what I kind of, as I continue to listen, as I continue to think, I try to be protective of them and themselves, because there's sometimes where women will wear stuff and I'd be like, that's unacceptable. But then a woman says that that's acceptable because men should be able to be disciplined and police themselves. And I'm like, that's great and all. But I'd rather you be in the most protected state as possible so that you don't even have to deal with some of these things. And it's just like sometimes it's an uphill battle when it comes to men dealing with younger daughters because, you know, we can always run up with the fact that we're not women. We don't understand what life is like as a woman, right? But because we understand life as men and we know what men do, we want to do the best that we can to protect women from men, right? And some of the things is that we protect women by getting them to stop doing some of the things that they want to do or that they want to wear. Hey, I want to wear this. I want to do this. I want to say this. I want to do that. No, 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 no. So I've had to find a balance because many times we'll try to start women from dating people, right? From dating people at certain ages, which I think is fine. But I expect around like 15, 16 for women to be interested in to want to be in relationships with guys, right? My goal is, as though you're in relationships or trying to get in relationship with guys, I don't want you to do that by yourself. I don't want you to be experiencing this relationship and be like, "Oh, this is our privacy." No, it ain't no privacy. That's out the window. Like bump that. I think we should be able to allow them to have guided dates. Not, oh, you just send them off to the mall and bye, baby. You have a nice day. We're not doing that no more. That was cool back in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. We're not doing that no more. We are going to try to do the best that we can to make sure that if they're experiencing new things, they're not experiencing it and having their own thoughts. And
All
that's
right,
what
y'all.
I've come to.